Congratulations, graduates of the College of Education and Behavioral Sciences.
Congrats, Bears!
Congratulations, graduates of the College of Natural and Health Sciences.
Congratulations, graduates of the College of Performing and Visual Arts.
Congratulations, graduates, UNC 2020 from the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. Felicidades!
Congratulations, graduates of the Montfort College of Business.
Hello, class of 2020 graduates, families, and friends. My name is Jose David Reynosa, and I'm a senior in the College of Performing and Visual Arts here at UNC, and I'm excited to be your host for today's commencement ceremony and celebrate graduating UNC Bears. We'll begin with a performance of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. On the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say that star-spangled banner yet waved o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
It's now my pleasure to introduce President Andy Feinstein to begin our commencement celebration.
Greetings, graduates, family members, friends, faculty, staff, and members of the Board of Trustees. Today, we gather to celebrate the graduating class of 2020. This ceremony marks the culmination of years of study in the completion of bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees. It signals the end of one journey and the beginning of new ones. Before I say any more, I want you to know how proud I am, how proud we all are of your accomplishments. As we begin, I acknowledge that the grounds upon which our university stands are inextricably tied to the history and culture of Indigenous peoples. We pay our respect to elders past, present, and future, and to those who have stewarded this land throughout the generations. The University of Northern Colorado occupies lands in the territories of the Ute, Cheyenne, and Arapaho peoples. Further, we acknowledge the 48 tribes that are historically tied to the state of Colorado. I challenge us to be better stewards of the land we inhabit, as well as learn the stories and practices of Indigenous peoples' history and culture. I wish we could gather in person for your graduation. Instead, we come together in living rooms and kitchen tables across Colorado, our nation, and the world to honor you. No matter where you are, we remain connected now and forever as one community of Bears. I am joining you from Centennial Hall on UNC's President's Row. This room used to serve as a faculty lounge. There is an old proverb inscribed on the fireplace behind me. It says, "Whoso would kindle another must himself glow." The inscription stood as a charge to our faculty. It was a reminder to model curiosity, critical thinking, and integrity for generations of students. These words are at once a challenge to serve and inspire, and also a call to look inward and tend to oneself. It seems a fitting charge for this graduating class, too. We look to you, the class of 2020, to carry your light forward in leadership and service to others. The world has no shortage of problems, and we are eager for your distinct contributions toward their resolution. We have watched you closely these last few years, witnessing the light that glows and has grown brighter within each of you. It has been kindled by friendship and the mentorship of faculty members who sought to share their knowledge and passions. It lit a path to education and enlightenment, sparking questions that led to late nights spent reading and pondering. It pointed you in the direction of your chosen field, whether that was your first, second, or maybe even the third major you pursued. It was your muse in giving life to creative works. It called you to put a spotlight on injustice and create more inclusive and equitable institutions and communities. It has fueled your passion to care for the sick, educate the next generation, and bring novel ideas for business ventures or nonprofits to fruition. Today, the light within you, that special spark that animates you, inspires friends and classmates, faculty members, and our staff. It brings pride to your families. Now, we pass the torch to the graduates of UNC's class of 2020. It is your turn to kindle, perhaps to ignite in others, the spark that has motivated you to the success we celebrate today, and that will surely guide you for years to come. We look to you to inspire others, instigate positive change, and improve the human condition all around you. But you cannot illuminate the path for others if you do not take care to nourish the light that glows within yourself. If 2020 taught us anything, it's that we have to practice a little self-care to be present for others. Never surrender your curiosity. Ask questions. Read. Exercise your imagination and express your creativity. Stand firmly by your purest convictions, but also give yourself permission to continue to learn and grow. Show grace, generosity, and gratitude to others. Seek to understand the differences in our lived experiences, but also celebrate that which makes your unique experience and perspective valuable. Find moments to rest and reflect. Take comfort in the companionship of friends and family. Smile and laugh. There is immense beauty in the world. Stop once in a while simply to enjoy the view. Graduates, your alma mater releases you toward the pursuit of great accomplishments. To make sure you really glow as we send you out into the world, we have given you a special article of graduation attire this year. In your gift package, you received a gold mortarboard cap. In any other year, our graduates have worn Navy caps and gowns. We wanted to honor you with something special to differentiate you from every other class of Bears. If you are able to return to graduate in person once we are allowed to host you and your loved ones, I hope you will wear this cap as we honor you again. Before I turn the floor over to our student commencement speakers, I want to recognize your family and friends. No one graduates from college alone. The love, encouragement, and support you have provided to your graduates has helped them to reach this point. I am grateful to each of you for nurturing them and for sharing them with us these last few years.
Thank you, President Feinstein. Today's graduate student address will be given by Laura Schauer, a spring 2020 graduate of the audiology program who earned her doctorate of audiology.
To my fellow postgraduates, while this message is just slightly later than anticipated, I want to first congratulate every one of you on your hard work to complete your postgraduate work. I know these uncertain times have been difficult for many people around the globe, and I am sure that the majority of you have not been immune to these difficulties. I know that we have all developed the ability to push through immense stress, as demonstrated by the fact that we're all graduating, but this doesn't mean that these times can't wear on us. Whether regarding the current pandemic or other trials in life, I would encourage everyone to consider your challenging experiences and use them in tandem with your schooling to benefit others. For instance, I lost my hearing as a teenager and required several surgeries to help me hear again through the use of cochlear implants. This time in my life was not easy, and I struggled accepting my loss for many years. Along my hearing loss journey, I found that audiology, the very field of healthcare that allowed me to hear again, was something that I loved. My personal audiologist demonstrated how much of a difference an audiologist can make in a patient's life, as she did in my own. As a result, I'm now graduating with my doctorate in audiology, with plans to help those who are in similar situations as myself. From my story, I encourage you all to embrace your struggles, whether mental or physical. Had I not addressed mine, I do not feel I would have had the courage to pursue a doctorate degree. As Albus Dumbledore, a beloved character in the Harry Potter series, once said, "Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times, if one only remembers to turn on the light." While life can be so painful sometimes, we've all been given unique gifts and passions. Use them to rise above and leave your impact on the world. Again, congratulations on graduating. You have so much to be proud of.
Thank you, Dr. Schauer. Today's undergraduate student address is from Jessica Rodriguez, who will be receiving her Bachelor of Science degree in Biological Sciences with a pre-health emphasis and minors in both sociology and chemistry.
Good morning, afternoon, evening, night, or whatever time it is that you're streaming this. But regardless, hello, and welcome to a very special graduation. My name is Jessica Elena Rodriguez. Within my time here at UNC, I've had the honor and privilege to hold numerous roles across campus, including those such as Mortar Board President and Alumni Officer, Vice President and Historian of Tri Beta, a Senator for the College of Natural and Health Sciences, the Student Rights Advocate in Student Senate, Student Ambassador and Lead Ambassador for the College of Natural and Health Sciences, Secretary for the Chemistry Club, Pre-Health Professionals Club, and SACNAS Club, a proud McNair Scholar and researcher in the Ornithology Lab, a proud sister of Lambda Theta Alpha Latin Sorority Incorporated, a student employee in the MAST Office, Writing Center, and the Cesar Chavez Cultural Center, and most importantly, a first-generation Latina woman. But we're not here to listen to myself go on about that. Otherwise, you'd probably click off this link, but please don't do that. Today, we're here for you, for us, because we finally made it to graduation. And yes, I know what you're thinking. It's a little different this year. You know how when you graduated high school, everyone probably asked you what your next steps were, where you saw yourself in 4 years and all that? And for us, we probably said something like, oh, I'll be graduating college by then. I'll be walking across a stage outside in the hot sun on a foldable chair, shaking the hand of Dr. Feinstein and taking a funny picture with Claus. Or I'll be inside a gym under some heavy lights that make my pictures look like I'm profusely sweating, sitting in some foldable chair, walking across the stage for your diploma, shaking hands, and all that. Except 4 years later, well, you didn't think you'd be graduating through your computer here at Zoom University. None of us imagined that. We expected a sense of normalcy, but COVID had other plans. We didn't imagine all of this to happen. Heck, all of 2020 was something we didn't think was gonna happen. It started with Australia on fire, and now it seems like everything's on fire. This year hasn't been normal. Going through a pandemic isn't the most normal. This semester obviously hasn't been normal. And so graduation is, well, not normal. If this year, semester, and graduation isn't normal, then why should this speech be any normal? Now, this is the point where I have some music start, and I'd start singing that one song from that one musical that talks about the amount of minutes in a year, and I'd adapt it into how many minutes it took to get a bachelor's degree. But because of my singing voice and copyright purposes, I can't do that. But what I can do is mention that it takes about 1,290,240 minutes, if I did my math right, to get a bachelor's degree. That's about 1.3 million minutes of stress, screen time, participation in events, and so much more. 1.3 million minutes that made us be right here, right now. I'm proud of all of you, whether our paths have crossed or not, because we did something extraordinary this year. We've gone through every hurdle imaginable, yet we're still virtually here together in a celebration of our accomplishments and paving the way for our futures. We are first generation. We are dreamers. We are children of immigrants. We are sisters, brothers, scholars, researchers, educators, nurses, performers, soon-to-be alumni, everything. We are the dreams of our childhood self being asked what we wanted to be when we grew up. Our journey has been an indicator of growth and passion. Our resiliency and strength has shown what we are capable of. We have endured hours of staring at our screens, semesters worth of chicken strips from the dining halls, numerous commutes to campus, and an unstoppable amount of passion in our hearts. As a first-generation Latina, I was saddened that I couldn't walk today and honor my family in a ceremony. But for all of us, graduating today, it's not about a ceremony. It's about the success of getting a degree we all worked so hard for, some for the first time and some as a continuation of a legacy. We can still celebrate with our families. We can still honor our time in college because ceremony or not, we did it. We did the thing. The success of the past 4 years, less or more for you, it's not over. It's a continuation of your growth. Our roots have been embedded in our degree and have allowed us to blossom into new opportunities, perspectives, and accomplishments moving forward. Class of 2020, we really did it. Nos pusimos las pilas, les echamos ganas, We worked hard, and we are here. Congratulations. We went from wondering if we could do it to knowing that it was possible. We endured change, but with change, we did it anyway. So with that, I leave you with a quote. Always remember to own your power. Take up space. Speak up. Hold the door open and take others with you. Change takes courage, but do it anyway. From Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Thank you. Cheers to you, to us, to the graduating class of 2020. Because once a bear, always a bear.
Thank you so much, Jessica. It is now my pleasure to introduce today's keynote speaker, alumna Catherine Archuleta. Catherine began her career as a school teacher in Denver Public Schools and worked in local government in Denver. She served in several departments of the executive branch under Presidents Clinton and Obama and was appointed by President Barack Obama to be the first Latina to lead the U.S. Office of Personnel Management. She is a founding mother of Mi Casa Resource Center, the Latina Initiative, and the Women's Foundation of Colorado. Catherine was recently and most deservingly selected as a 2020 inductee into the Colorado Women's Hall of Fame. We are proud of Catherine and thank her for joining today's celebration. Please join me in welcoming Catherine Archuleta.
Congratulations to all of you, and I am honored to be able to celebrate your accomplishments with you today. I am also flattered to be able to share my own reflections as a graduate of the University of Northern Colorado. Thank you to the Board of Trustees and President Feinstein for inviting me to speak. I was a commuting student at the University of Northern Colorado. In 1975 and 1976, yes, before many of you were born, I drove back and forth on weekends and summer days to complete my master's degree in education. Little did I know then that the highway between Denver and Greeley would become a symbol of the life I would lead in years to come. Like so many Latinos of my day, a college education and certainly an advanced degree were beyond what so many families in my community could imagine for their children. Not only were the costs often insurmountable, but the expectations formed by the attitudes of others kept doors tightly shut for people of color. The University of Northern Colorado recognized well before other universities that young immigrant Spanish-speaking students needed teachers who could teach them in their own language using linguistically and culturally relevant methods and instructional tools. They actively recruited teachers like me to join their bilingual education master's degree program. Through an agreement with the Denver Public Schools, DPS teachers were given scholarships to participate in classes, forums, and workshops, both on campus and in Denver, that would guide us to becoming even better teachers. For me, the highway that I mentioned earlier led to a DPS classroom and later a school administrator's office. But not for long. Because aside from the skills for being a better teacher, I had also learned from my UNC colleagues that I had a voice that could speak on behalf of my community, that my voice could share their stories about the needs and concerns that affected our daily lives. And eventually, that highway took me from the classroom desks to political podiums. As my introduction revealed, I have spent the largest part of my professional career actively engaged in the support of many outstanding elected leaders. Here in Colorado, Mayors Federico Peña and John Hickenlooper, and at a national level, Presidents Bill Clinton and Barack Obama. From them, I learned about what it takes to carry the heavy weight of public service responsibility. I have learned how complicated leadership can be when so many rely on you. And I have learned that preparation for leadership is always a journey that has many side roads. Over the years, many individuals have asked me how they could follow my same path. Sometimes I think they want me to share the formula for reaching high positions of influence, as if there is an A to Z or a 1 to 10 that can be checked off. I am sure that I always disappoint my colleagues when I say there is no formula, that there is no checklist that will get them to those positions. But I can tell them that there are choices that I made that served me well in reaching the levels of responsibility I achieved. I think that they apply to whatever you choose to do, so I would like to share 3 of them with you today. First, who you work for and with matters. In all the positions I've held, I have found that the most satisfying work came from not only being able to share my skills, talents, and experiences, but that it also really mattered who actually valued them. Mayor and U.S. Secretary Federico Peña, when asked why he was so successful, responded that he hired the smartest people he could find and then let them do their work. I can attest that his team, to this day, says that it was one of the best experiences of their lives because he regarded them as trusted advisors. So when you seek your next job, think about it. Will you be working for and with those who respect what you can bring to the table? Do they value your voice and see it as integral to their success? Are they prepared to assist you to grow and thrive, to take your UNC education and make it stronger? Choose wisely. Second, what you do should matter. I loved my career as a teacher. I have to say that it was one of the hardest jobs I have ever had. It led me to speak out about the inequities of education access and the injustices of educational policies, and then it inspired me to be a voice in several local and federal offices on behalf of Black, Indigenous people, and other people of color. I will never forget the day that a DPS assistant superintendent came to me and told me that my voice on behalf of young Latino students in the school district was no longer welcomed. Simply put, he informed me that my career had just been moved to the basement by a school board member, and I should never expect another promotion. Thank you, I told him. You have now not only not silenced my voice, you have made it louder. Loud voices are needed every day. Our communities need voices to bring attention to the issues that confront us. Education, climate, economy, health care, poverty, immigration. None of these issues will be solved by elected leaders alone. What we do in our own and in our professional spaces matters. Take your UNC education and training and apply it in a way that can help all of us. Third, don't be afraid of risk. Nearly every job that I held following my teaching days was a job that I had never done before. Council lobbyist, Chief Operations Officer, Senior Policy Advisor, Chief of Staff to a Cabinet Secretary, National Political Director for a presidential campaign, Director of a federal agency. All were the titles I had never held before. I came from a very poor family and was raised along with my sister and 4 brothers by my homemaker mother and my tile setter father. My dad became a tile setter because of his experience building adobe homes for his family in the San Luis Valley. Till the day he passed, my father had a carpenter's toolbox that was always available to use to fix whatever needed fixing. Well, just like my dad, I have my own toolbox, and I've carried it around with me all these years. If you scrape around in it, you'll find my voice, my passion, my sense of justice and fairness. my willingness to learn, my eagerness to learn from others, and my belief that I can do anything I set my mind to. I have placed on top of those my family, my many mentors, and my friendships, for without those, I wouldn't have shoulders to stand on. You too will have and are adding to your own strongbox of skills, experiences, and talents. You can take them wherever you go, whatever the new challenge. But, and this is very important, you must make sure that all of those tools you carry about are sharp and well taken care of and handled carefully, especially those of family, friends, and mentors. And please be sure that your voice and your passion are never extinguished. I was a commuter student at the University of Northern Colorado. The road between Denver and Greeley was indeed the metaphor of my life. It wasn't straight and narrow. Sometimes there were detours. Sometimes the open windows of my car helped me clear my confused brain, and it helped foretell the sometimes bumpy paths I would follow. I have time now to look back on my career, and I would say that Dr. Seuss has summed it up for me the best. Life is too short to wake up with regrets. So love the people who treat you right and forgive the ones who don't. And believe that everything happens for a reason. If you get the chance, take it. If it changes your life, let it. Nobody said it was easy, but they did promise it would be worth it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Archuleta. Now, I'd like to welcome UNC's Provost, Dr. Mark Anderson.
Greetings to our graduates, families, faculty, and friends of UNC. Commencement is one of my favorite university traditions. It is a time to celebrate your accomplishments and to look forward to the success and achievement yet to come in your careers. As Provost, it is my distinct privilege to represent the academic programs from which you graduate today. Through your academic study and determination to succeed, you have earned the right to be recognized as University of Northern Colorado alumni. It is also my honor to thank and recognize the faculty and staff who have helped you to reach this point. Thank you to all the members of the UNC's academic community for the mentorship, instruction, and guidance that you have offered our graduates. On behalf of UNC's faculty, I am honored to present the candidates for bachelor's, master's, specialist, and doctoral degrees. These candidates have completed the requirements of their respective degrees as prescribed by the trustees of the University of Northern Colorado. Congratulations, Class of 2020.
Class of 2020 graduates of the Kenneth W. Montfort College of Business, please welcome your Dean, Dr. Cher Gibbs.
Welcome. On behalf of the Montfort College of Business faculty and staff, I want to express a heartfelt congratulations to the class of 2020. For those of you whom I haven't had the pleasure to meet, it's truly an honor and a privilege to applaud each of you for your achievements and accomplishments and getting to the finish line. 2020 has been an extremely difficult year. I can't imagine how you must feel. This should have been a fun-filled, exciting last year, but it was upended by a pandemic that we continue to battle. I want you to know that the Montfort College of Business admires you for your resilience, your patience, your optimism, and grit. This graduating class represents the best and brightest of MCB. You are our future, and I couldn't be more hopeful by that. Statistics show that you are the most family-oriented, self-care, entrepreneurial, socially focused generation this country has ever seen. And your generation has it right. I want to leave you with just a few words of advice as you embark upon the future. First, ask for what you want. Sometimes your hard work may go unnoticed by others. When you feel the need to be rewarded, ask for it. Don't be shy. If the answer is no, use that as fuel to get to a yes. Second, pay it forward. If someone has touched your life in a unique way, do good for others if you're able to do so. Reap the rewards, and as ancient wisdom says, it's better to give than to receive. Third, as we say in Louisiana, laissez les bon temps rouler. As you begin your careers in post-collegiate life, learn to appreciate the humorous moments life throws at you. Don't take yourself too seriously, and don't be afraid to have fun. Welcome rest and relaxation. This attitude will get you through the tough times. Fourth and finally, stay connected to UNC, MCB, and the alumni chapter. We need our graduates to be actively engaged with UNC and MCB, so please respond to your alumni letter when they send it. Once again, I congratulate each of you on your achievements and on receiving the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, the Bachelor of Science in Software Engineering, the Master of Business Administration, and the Master of Accountancy. I wish you all the best, and once again, congratulations.
Kayla Abbott, summa cum laude. Yafet Ayasu Abraha. Tyler J. Abrahamson. Alan W. Adams. Brian Anthony Aguilar. Kolade Adebayo Ajayi. Skylar G. Aldridge. Jesse C. Allen. Connor Anderson. Mitch A. Andrade. Abdallah Aoga. Yessica Arce Mendez. Justine J. Babbitt, summa cum laude. Trevor Lawrence Banton Johnson. Talon Bartolo, cum laude. Delaney E. Beck. Evan M. Becker. John Luke Bedwell IX. Raphael X. Biloval. Isaac Carl Bracken. Jesse S. Branca. Alexander Edward Brems, cum laude. Nicholas Richard Bridges. Jaden Michelle Brill. Zach M. Brown. Paul Buchholz. Brennan Christopher Butts, cum laude. Michael William Kane. Naomi V. Capulang. Jared Michael Chick. Mariah Lee Christopher. Raymond V. Cisneros Jr. Ashley Lynn Colchin. April Marie Coleman. Bo Thomas Cooper. Christopher John Cordova, cum laude. Joanna Elise Crownover. Sean Christian Cascaden. Mitchell P. Darnell. Darren Charles Delacroix, cum laude. Brian Donnelly. Joshua H. Dovenbarger. Kay Edwards. Scott Carter Elmore. Belky Enriquez Lucero. Kyle Ryan Ergenbright. Rachel Elizabeth Fadenrecht. Ryan A. Fletcher. Sean Joseph Flood. Sierra Jade Fox. Madison Ruth Gable, cum laude. Caitlin M. Garcia. Dagumbraham Baheta Gebret Sadiq. Joshua Aaron Gibbs. Ian Scott Geringer. Jacob M. Gold. Edith Gonzalez. Morgan Goodroad. Dylan Gould. Jessica Ann Gould. Joseph George Griswinski. Austin Taylor Gwinnett Green. Mitch Wayne Haley. Ryan Mateus Hanley. Zamzam Farah Hersey. Logan Ray Hickson. Jacob Allen Howell. Taylor Hughes. Ahmad Bader Hussein. Emily Hutchinson. Drew Robert Ingram. Taylor Renee Ingram. Mariah N. Jeffries. Danielle William Jelkin. Amanda Nicole Jones. Curtis Matthew Jordan. Isabella Marie Juana Corina. Taylor Nicole Copper. Alec David Kaiser. Laura Shannon Kelly. Matthew K. Kimura. Matthew Adam Knopp. Eric Matthew Cryer. Simon Hughes Krupa. Colin Dale Leonard. Heather D. Limon. Yu Liu. John Vallejos Lopez II. Nicole Maxine Lucero. Marbella Luna. Joseph Michael Lazinski. Jasmine Macias. Tamara Brianna Macias. Patrick Joseph Malm. Alexis Serenity Marquez. Tanner J. Marshall. Mary Elizabeth Martin. Eric Martinez. Anastasia E. Martin Wegrin. Angelica Mateo Lucas, cum laude. Dalen Matthews. Blake R. Matson, magna cum laude. Grant S. May. Benjamin Douglas McEwen. Gwendolyn Haley McFadden. Emma Mae McIntyre. Liam Davis McKee. Christina Ann McLaughlin. Matthew Sean McQuirk. Stephen Michael Mellick. Rachel Metlin. Alexander Myers. Evan T. Miner. Robert A. Mitchell, Jr. Luke Howard Monington, magna cum laude. Khadijo Ahmed Muhammad. Corey Andrew Nakakura. Shelby Kyoko Nakamoto. Hannah Marie Nichols. Nancy Veronica Ochoa Cisneros. Mark Jude O'Connor II, cum laude. Mac W. Osborne. Ronald Olufalahan Oyasili. Aaron William Pellon. Sergio Noe Perez Reyes. Jessica Vanessa Perez Rodriguez. Dalton Thomas Petch. Timothy Lee Pribble. Alexander Valtierra Puckett. Ethan Thomas Raggins. Cassandra Rice. Janessa Danielle Reinhardt. Christina Sarah Ritchie. Kevin Ritter. Jared Elisha Rivera. Alyssa Nicole Roberts. Marina M. Rolfs. Noah Carter Rolfe, cum laude. Cameron Rose. Ruben Sean Salcido. Samantha Sankey. Jacob Scanlon. Alex Tyler Schaefer. Qingxing Shan. Nick James Sharp. Elliot Stewart Shoup. Tiana N. Shoup. Colby Dwayne Simpson, magna cum laude. Brennan J. Sinchak. Mandeep N. Singh. Kayla Nicole Sloan. Christopher Darren Smith. Peyton Sidney Smith. Christine Renee Sorensen, summa cum laude. Kennedy Claire Spittler. Sachi Blue Stevens, cum laude. Connor Craig Stump. Jack B. Sullivan. Zoe Catherine Svedlow. Maya Akiko Taketa, Kaylee Dawn Talmadge, Samuel Tegethoff, summa cum laude, Griffin Tyler Tendler, Madeline L. Toma, Rebecca Ann Thurman, Caitlin Rose Teifel, magna cum laude, John Michael Tricarico, magna cum laude, Christina K. Trimp, Jake Ryan Trovinger, Nick Adam Trujillo, cum laude, Brandon Turner Frazier, David Mitchell Vanderwerker, Jack Oliver Villa, Samantha Villegas, Nicholas R. Wade, John Trevor Warden, Sydney Michaela Watts, Malcolm Bruce Weaver III, summa cum laude, Kelly Weil Takubi, Isabel Hope Wolf, Avery William Woodman, Sabrina L. Wrench, Now Jane Yamada, Cody Allen Kuzaya Yamamoto, Luis Carlos Yanez.
2020 graduate students, please welcome Associate Vice President of Research and Dean of the Graduate School, Dr. Jerry Ann Lyons.
Hello. As Dean of the Graduate School, I'd like to congratulate everyone earning their master's and doctoral degrees today. Earning your graduate degree signifies to all that you have found your passion, the way you intend to make your lasting contribution on the world. It is challenging. I tell my own students that if it were easy, everyone would do it. But only 12% of people earn a graduate credential, and there's a reason for that. It takes passion, dedication, perseverance, and sacrifice. Not just the long hours in class, but the dedication and perseverance to complete your master's thesis, your dissertation, your clinical and professional experiences. The final end product that demonstrates to your mentor, your committee, your profession that you are ready to join their ranks, to make your impact on the world. All the while balancing your life, your family, your own personal commitments. You earned your degree. You put in the effort. But take a moment to reflect on the support you received along the way from your faculty mentor, your professors, your family and friends, all that contributed in big ways, from editing your thesis or dissertation to its final form, to helping with family obligations, and in the smaller ways, perhaps that extra cup of coffee in the middle of writing, or the extra smile or words of encouragement when things got challenging. Their support signifies their belief in you, that you have what it takes to succeed, to improve the lives of others, to improve society, to effect lasting change in the world. Earning a graduate degree is challenging in the best of times. In completing your graduate degree at this point in history, you have done so facing obstacles and challenges that have not been faced in recent memory. As a graduate of 2020, now more than ever, your degree signifies your ability to rise above all that life puts in your path. Nothing can stop you from attaining your highest potential. Your presence here today is proof of that. Take the time to reflect on your accomplishment. Relish it. Celebrate it. You have earned it. I am so excited for each and every one of you. I can't wait to hear of the impacts you have in your chosen fields. I have no doubt that you will succeed beyond your wildest dreams. The best is yet to come.
Kayla K. Aiken, Aaron Appelt, Aaron Blay, Zach R. Bond, Dennis Augusta Borer, Ian D. Boyce, Joralyn Ciano Callum, Allison Marin Channel, Courtney E. Szyminski, Bailey Colton, Bailey Lynn Cook, Jesse Lauren Counts, Andrew Cruz, Patrick DeFonso, Jeanette Espinoza, Alejandra Esteves, Taylor Charles Farnsworth, James Ferg, Kobe Tanner Fitzgibbons, Michael Fox, Monica Suzanne Galliana, Chloe Garner, Edward B. Gonzalez, Garen Ann Grace, Jada Harbin, Kara A. Harvey, Daniel Amado Herrera, Leilani Tuwila Herrera, Kayla M. Hickingbottom, Benjamin L. Jackson, Austin J. Kaminke, Isaac Lee, Marshall David Leiprant, Marcus E. Martin Wegrin, Alicia P. Maslick, Daniel Lee Matheny, Orinda McIntyre, Tyler Mihai, Victor R. Mendoza, Missy Marowski, Trace K. Mulberry, Kirsten Nelson, Jesse Okoro, Daniel Ortiz Rivas, Kristen Darlene Parkin, Derek James Pierce, Ryan Platts, Taylor Faith Pribble, Stephen Ralph, Derek Wayne Reed, Alondra Rocha Olivas, Jordan M. Roy, Jacob D. Schmitz, Travis Alisi Saliva, Taylor Springs, Adrienne Strickland, Patrick Thomas, Trey A. Van, Courtney Rose Waite, Robert Lyle Wellman, Kyle Wickstrom, Alec Cameron Woosley.
Please welcome Chairman of UNC's Board of Trustees and UNC alumnus, Dick Momfort, and President Feinstein to authorize and confer your degrees.
The Board of Trustees extends its congratulations to our UNC graduates and their families. We are proud of your accomplishments and this significant milestone in your lives. President Feinstein, by virtue of the authority vested in the Board of Trustees for the University of Northern Colorado, and as chairman of the board, I hereby authorize you to confer on this term's graduates the appropriate degrees as recommended by the faculty of the university.
Graduates, we have now come to the moment in the ceremony I know you have all been waiting for. By virtue of the authority delegated to me by the University of Northern Colorado Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree of your chosen field of study, upon satisfactory completion of degree requirements, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations. If you are wearing your cap and have not already done so, I invite you to move the tassel from the right to the left side, signifying that you are now officially graduates of the University of Northern Colorado. Graduates, you have finished this stage of your journey as a lifelong learner. We wish the best for you as you begin the next one. Whether you are starting your dream job, going to graduate school, or leaving your alma mater with some degree of uncertainty, be confident in your future. The events of recent months have affirmed that none of us can be entirely certain about the path our journey will take. With the resilience you have shown, and equipped with a degree from UNC, you can be certain that you are prepared to navigate whatever lies ahead. You worked hard to get to this point, and the fruits of your labor will serve you well for the rest of your lives. I encourage you to remain connected to your alma mater. As alumni, you join a network of more than 134,000 living alumni worldwide. I hope that you will look to your fellow Bear alumni for support whenever you plan to pursue a career change or are looking for a new place to call home. And if any of UNC's faculty and staff can ever be of help to you, I hope you will not hesitate to reach out. After all, once a Bear, always a Bear. Most of you know that an earlier graduating class, the class of 1910, left a special gift to the university. Inscribed in the Horace Mann Gate along 10th Avenue is the motto, "Rowing, not drifting." This has always resonated with me as a powerful metaphor and a reminder to be purposeful. As you leave here today, I hope you will take time to reflect on the hard work you have done to earn your degree. None of you are drifting as you leave this place. Keep rowing energetically, fearlessly, and tirelessly in all your pursuits.